Hi, Bill Felber with the Center of Excellence for Emerging and Zoonotic Animal Diseases, visiting today with Dr. Juergen Richt, the director of the center. And we're talking about the emergence of African swine fever in China. China is the world's largest pork-producing country, and African swine fever was detected there in a couple of incidents in the past week or two. Dr. Richt, this has to have significant consequences for the pork production industry, but let me start with asking you to just give us an outline of what African swine fever is and why this outbreak is significant.
So African swine fever, as the name already says, is a disease of swine originally discovered and described in Africa, but has since then moved out of Africa to Russia and to Eastern Europe. And it was already in Western Europe in the 60s through the 90s, but eradicated. It was in the Iberian Peninsula. It's a viral disease of pigs and also wild boar, and it's a severe disease of these animals. The majority of the animals die. And
are there effective or any kind of treatment or containment mechanisms that can be pursued to control it?
So at this point we have very few mitigation strategies. So the way to control that disease is by stamping out. In other words, if you find an infected herd, swine barn, you stamp out all the animals which are in this barn and actually in a radius around this barn in order to control the disease. There are no mitigation strategies available. No other mitigation strategies available.
What is CEEZAD doing with respect to African swine fever?
So obviously we need better mitigation strategies. We have decent diagnostics, but we have some ways to improve point of care diagnostics. That's what we work on, point of care diagnostic for African swine fever. And we are also in the race, so to speak, to develop a vaccine which is efficacious against these devastating disease.
You were in Asia at the time this outbreak took place. What was your interchange like with the folks over there? What took place?
So what happened was about 2 weeks ago, August 1st, the Chinese reported for the first time African swine fever outbreak in a province in northeastern China. And the location is in the city of Shenyang, which is about 1,000 kilometers, 600 miles from the Russian border, and 200 kilometers, about 130 miles from the North Korean border. And so they discovered it, and they culled or stamped out about 8,000 to 10,000 pigs to contain the outbreak. This did not work because yesterday, on August 16, the Chinese authorities reported another outbreak, this time in a different province, 2,000 kilometers or 1,400 miles south of the original outbreak in the province of Henan. Obviously, China produces half of the pork in the world. This disease is very difficult to contain because not only spreads by domestic pigs but also wild boar, which are present in China. This will have significant impact on the world production of pork.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to watch as going forward with its implications for the pork industry, and I presume including the pork industry in the United States, although that's difficult to tell at this stage. Well, Dr. Richt, I appreciate you taking time to discuss this. For CEEZAD, I'm Bill Felber. Thank you.